Hey everybody, it's Happy Monday evening. This is Verna Mullen from stampinnotes.com, and I'm hosting Monday Mystery Stamping in the Meadow. If you're not sure what that is, I guess I better explain it. So I give you the clues, and it's the size of your cardstock or your designer series paper that you need to cut and have ready, and usually that's posted on this Facebook page. Usually I try for Saturday, not always. I'm not always successful, but it's usually always in my newsletter on Saturday too, my email newsletter. So if you haven't subscribed to my email newsletter and you'd like to subscribe to it, I will post a link below this video, and you can click on that and sign up for it. If you're watching this on the YouTube replay, the link will be there also. So I'd love to have you join. So if you're new, give us a shout out, tell me your name, let me know where you're from, and if you comment and share, then you will be put into a drawing for a little prize that will come into your mailbox. And it's usually gems, but sometimes it's designer series paper, or it could be other things. Hey there, Rosalie. And Margaret, hi. So I'm going to put my phone down right now, so just look away if you are going to get dizzy or car sick. Like this. I'll get my computer up here. Okay, all the Disney stuff is okay. Yeah, so looks like I cut out for a minute. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, thanks, Rosalie. That was so much to see her get her 1,000 points. My granddaughter Lillian scored her 1,000th point in basketball. She's a sophomore guard. She plays for Canisteo Greenwood. So that was a lot of fun to see and be a part of that. All right. So, is everybody ready for Christmas? I'm basically ready. I've got a little more to do, but not too bad. I'm using a new stamp set and stamp set and paper from the new catalog. I'll show it to you in a minute. If you don't have a new spring catalog and you would like one, let me know and I will get that out in the mail to you. I've got to mail some out this week and next week. The new catalog, January to June, goes live January 4th. And it's got some beautiful things in it. I'm grabbing the catalog. Okay, I can only show you the front of it. And some of you, if you're demonstrators, have already seen it. This is the new mini catalog, January to June. There's the front of it. Isn't this cool? And here is, these are these little brass butterflies they've got. They're really cool. And this is the new Sale-A-Bration Catalog. So again, you get free items for your purchases. And what's on the back of this? I'm actually using this stamp set tonight, and that is called Hello Friend, or Friendly Hello, and I'm using the designer series paper, so I'll show that to you really quick. Here's the stamp set. It has beautiful fonts, mixed fonts in it, and beautiful images. And let me show you the designer series paper. That's that, and this is a designer series paper. I love the paper. You could even color these flowers in, and There's an aqua, and on the back it has beautiful colors too. So it's 12 by 12 and I cut this down. Oh, you got paper today. Oh, the Marvelous. I don't have that. I just ordered it. I want to get that. All right, girls. So this is a fun fold card. And I am starting, you can get your base out, which is 5.5 by 4 1/4. I'm using basic black. And this is the Friendly Hello Designer Series paper I'm using. It is, and I see I've got to get my stuff up farther in my phone image here. This is 5 1/4 by 4. And you have a little strip, and this little strip of cardstock is 1 by 1 1/4. Sorry, 1 by 4 3/4. And it's scored at 1 1/4. So you're gonna, on one end of it, you're gonna be able to fold it over like that. Hey, Teresa. So we're just starting, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the card base aside a minute. Grab your designer series paper piece that you have that's 5 1/4 by 4. And we're going to take this little tag here, going to lay it over the center, and we're going to just wrap that scored part around to the back like that. So you can go ahead and do that. And you can add glue to this piece here, this little tab. So that'll stick around that piece of designer series paper. I gotta pull this up more. All right, so now it looks like this. So let me know when you guys get that done. So if you're new here, and just say hi, and I will, we would like to know where you're from. And if you guys comment and share, you'll be put in a drawing for a free little prize. And last week's winner was Erica Keeter. And Erica, give me a hello if you're on here. Otherwise, I will message you. And there's something else in all of that I was going to say. I lost my train of thought. Okay, so once you get this tab on here, we're going to put adhesive on the back of this sheet and lay it on your base. That's 5.5 by 4 1/4. You're going to center it on that base. I'm using Seal Plus. This week I'm looking forward to accompanying my grandson's preschool down in Canisteo, so that'll be a riot, I'm sure. And you're going to just center it on there. So you've got this little piece of cardstock sticking up, coming out from the left side. So when you get that done, you're gonna take your other piece of black cardstock, or not, whatever color you have. Mine happens to be black. And what we're gonna do is, you wanna center this. Find where you want your center to be, or where you want to lay it on your card front. That would be the center. Okay. And I'm going to lay this down here. This is going to go over this. And I'm just going to mark where I want my designer series paper to go. Well, let's wait on that. So get this centered, and you're going to put adhesive on. You're going to get that centered. You're not going to put adhesive on this part of your tab, because you don't want it sticking to this. So like from here over, I'm going to put adhesive. Like this. If you get any adhesive sticking out on the end, you can just fold it over. I'm just going to make sure I've got that centered where I want it to be. And this is going to lay across the front of that like that. So let me know when you get that done. Okay, so after you get your tab on there, you've got two pieces of designer series paper, and these are 2 3/4 by 5 1/4, and that's going to be centered on your cardstock. So you can see there's a little bit of edge all the way around, like this. So you can just put your adhesive on and center that over. That will cover that little thin length of cardstock. This is what I'm talking about. So we're going to center this. That looks about right. Let me know when you're done. Okay, so now you're going to open that up, and the other piece of designer series paper is going to go on the inside of this smaller cardstock on the back, and you can center it on that. I got some little sticky edges I need to fold under there. All right, so it will look like this so far. I'm going to take, you can leave this plain. This is called a flap. I call it a flap card. You can leave this plain, but I'm going to put a piece of ribbon on it. And I'm going to use the organdy black glitter ribbon, or the black organdy glitter ribbon. However you say that. You do not have to do that. It just adds a little extra to the card. I'm pinching that loop, and I'm going to go around it with my other tail here and bring that through underneath. Just like that. I'm going to pull that a little bit tighter and trim off those tails on a slant. Okay, so we've got our little card opens like this. And now for the front piece, and you have two pieces of basic white or very vanilla that are 4 1/4 by 2. And I'm going to use my Stamparatus to stamp the image on this because my black memento is getting low on ink, and I want to make sure I get a good image. So this stamp set is a photopolymer stamp set, so I need the mat in there. And I'm going to put that there. And when you're using your Stamparatus, you want to make sure you try not to let the magnets touch each other. Sorry, I've got the phone so low, I'm afraid I'm going to hit it with this. All right, so I've got my sentiment I want at the top. It says, "You have my love and support." And you're going to center it where you want it. See if I can get this by the phone. Yep. And now I'm going to ink that stamp up with black memento ink. Move this over a little bit more so you can see it better. Hey, Tony. It's nice to see you on there. I hope you're doing well. Okay. And we're going to ink this. What's nice, wonderful about the Stamparatus, it's a great tool because you can go back in and re-ink it. Because those magnets hold your cardstock in the same place. And I just want to re-ink those upper letters again. You have my love and support. Now I'm going to bring in the image with the bird and the flowers. And I forgot to tell you that this stamp set and paper come together as a freebie out of the new Sale-A-Bration Catalog in January. If you place an order of $100 or more, you get both the Designer Series paper and the stamp set. And they're both really beautiful. Now my bird, in order to fit him on here, he's going to be kind of going up and down. Merry Christmas, Tony. Okay, so this is the bird. And the flowers in this image go with the flowers in the designer series paper. Almost looks like hibiscus, but I'm not sure on that. Could be wrong. All right, so I'm done with the stamp apparatus. I'm going to move that out. So I have my little sentiment piece here, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to ink, color that bird in. Nothing fancy with my blends. And let's see. I'm going to use, I think I'll use a freesia with the bird. And I'm just going to use the light freesia, and these are alcohol markers. So it will bleed through on the other side, and that's why I put a piece of scrap paper down. And you just make gentle strokes. The Memento ink is the best ink to use for the blends because it helps keep the alcohol or the ink from spreading out. That was the light one. I'm going to bring in the dark one, and I'm just going to go over the bird's breast. Very lightly, like that. And I'm going to bring in a smoky slate, which is a light gray. I'm going to go over the feathers very lightly. I'm using the light smoky slate. I think I will use, let's see. I will use yellow for the centers of these flowers, and this is So Saffron. And I'm going to use the dark on the petals here. And I got outside the edges a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, and I'm just going to take my light freesia, and I'm going to go over the very center of the flower, like that. All right, then this is gonna be, oops, I forgot I wanted to put in some little highlighted dots that are from that stamp set. And I'm using Daffodil Delight for this. I'm just gonna stamp these up here and here and down here. I'm not coloring in the branch because there's so much black in the paper. I'm just going to leave it. I don't want to add one more color to that, but all right, I'm going to turn this over and add some dimensionals. I'm using these long strips up. You can use every bit of your dimensionals, as I'm sure you girls do. That. And I'll use my take a pic tool and get the backings off these. Thanks, Teresa. I would love to see your cards when you get them done. Okay, so this is going to go on here in the center of the front. And you can put yours on the center of your front. Just like that. And the other piece is to go on the inside, and you just want to center that. I'm not going to stamp it yet because I'm not sure what I want to use it for. Your post to the bus drivers today was so cute, Teresa. It was darling. Let's see, that looks about right. It's a little crooked. I'm going to move that. All right, so there's our card. You have my love and support. Oh, my husband, Mac, I told him he needs to dress up as Santa for the little kids. I hope he does this year. He hasn't for a few years, but there's like a 2- and 3-year-old, and there's 2 3-year-olds and a 2-year-old grandchildren, so I hope he does. If he does, I'll post a picture. Okay, so these are other cards that I made with this same card pattern today, using the different papers from the Friendly Hello Designer Series paper. I don't know if you can see all 3 of these or not. I'll put them in there like that. So I hope you guys have just a beautiful, lovely Christmas. And I'll post the details about this card, and please share your cards that you make. And I'll be back here next Monday, so Merry Christmas and have a good evening. Good night.